Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone podcast. My name is Kathy. We are continuing to look at Judge Stephen Hippler's October 9th, 2024 pretrial and trial order to deduce what the sides are probably working on right now to prepare for trial. One item is exhibits. If you go to the section of the court order that is listed D as in David, trial materials in bold, go down to the fourth bulleted item under that section. You will see a category, copies of exhibits. And here the court is ordering that on or before April 21st, 2025, the parties shall exchange their exhibits to each other. So what this means is that the exhibits by the defense as well as the state that they want to include for trial purposes need to be identified, need to be made in a reasonable manner, and then it needs to be prepared to be exchanged. So this is certainly not something that they're going to be working on either side, I would imagine, on April 10th. They're probably working on it and have been working on this critical issue for possibly even a while. What are exhibits that might be used at trial? This might be crime scene photographs, unfortunately, that will be used as exhibits at trial by the state. The defense may wish to enter into an exhibit photograph of suspect vehicle 1 versus Mr. Koberger's car and show the differences between the two. These types of things. Well, according to the court's order, these exhibits need to be exchanged on or before the 21st. They must be marked in the way that this order says. The state's exhibits are to be marked S as in Sam 1. That would be the first exhibit, and then chronologically thereafter using red stickers to keep them separate from the defense's exhibits. So in other words, let's just say the state has 100 exhibits that it will be using at trial. They would go with red stickers chronologically, S as in Sam 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way down through S as in Sam 100. All bearing red stickers. The defense, same thing, only theirs will be marked with blue stickers. Then what the court is doing here, I believe, to help to mitigate the risk, to lessen the risk that we're going to have a bunch of objections in front of the jury at trial, where the jury may be witnessing something that could be prejudicial, could impact them, could cause then the court to say, well, okay, jury, you dismissed for just a few minutes, and then the court entertains the objections. Nope, the court is looking as though he wants to have objections possibly handled before the trial, because what he's telling the parties to do is that they are to come together with a joint spreadsheet listing all of the exhibits for both sides, listing which exhibits are agreed to and which are objected to. So in other words, let's just say the state or the defense raises an objection to exhibit number 50. On this spreadsheet, the defense would have to say why they're objecting to state's exhibit 50, and the state would have to say why they are objecting to the defense's exhibit 51. Let's change the number just to keep it less confusing. Then that needs to be filed, that spreadsheet, on or before May 14th, 2025, and it is quite probable that the court's going to call a hearing or deal with this perhaps at calendar call or one of the other matters before trial. If you would like to take a look at this document, please go to the link that I have provided in the description to this podcast episode. This will now conclude this episode of the Indie Zone podcast. Thank you as always for joining us here today.